Hello guys, and welcome to my Shaman review from Journey to Ungoro. We will get straight into it and start with the quest. Unite the Murlocs. Quest summon 10 Murlocs. Reward Megavin. So Megavin is a 5-mana 8/8 Murloc with Battlecry, fill your hand with random Murlocs. So, if you complete the quest, you just get a bunch more Murlocs. So this is basically just going to be a deck where you're playing a bunch of Murlocs, and if you complete the quest, you get a bunch more Murlocs. So I don't actually think this quest is that good. The Murlocs are only really good when you're comboing comboing them with each other. So the only really powerful ones are like Murloc Tidecaller and War Leader and Corrupted Seer. A lot of the Murlocs are just like 2/1s and 1/1s and that kind of thing. And how easy is it to build a big board of Murlocs? It's not that easy. I mean, Shaman does have the Call in the Finishers, 4-mana summon 4 1/1 Murlocs, so that is gonna get you a decent chunk towards completing the quest. But yeah, maybe I'm underestimating Murloc Shaman. Maybe Murloc Shaman could be really good, because there is a new neutral Murloc, the 2-mana 2/3, giving me a +1/+1. It's very good, and Shaman actually has a new totem, which is a Murloc creating totem, which I actually think is pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna have to be a very aggro quest. Like, it's an aggro quest where if you're playing Murlocs, generally you want to be very aggressive, but the reward isn't that aggressive. Like, fill your hands with random Murlocs it's just basically you're just going to be dumping a load more Murlocs on the board in the future. So it's okay, but like, if you're playing this kind of quest, you might even play Bloodlust because you're going to end up flooding the board so much. Or trying to, anyway. Like, you might even play Bloodlust in Murloc Shaman. Anyway, there's also Elementals in Shaman, and first card is Air Elemental, 1-mana 2/1. Can't be targeted by spells or hero power. So it's really nice that it can't be touched by like the Mage hero power, but it will still die to the Rogue Dagger, the Druid hero power, Patches. Yeah, I honestly don't think a 1-mana 2/1 is quite good enough. I can't see this being played in Shaman. Like, can't be targeted is very good, but the 1 health just means it still dies to so many things. I mean, one reason for playing it is that it can activate elementals. Like, it is an elemental, and a lot of the elementals require you to have played an elemental on the previous turn to get a good effect from them. So, but I don't think this will see play. Hot Spring Guardian, however, 3-mana 2/4 elemental with Taunt and Battlecry restore 3 health, I think is much better. So there's a neutral card, something Tentacle, that's a 3-mana 2/4 Taunt. This is a 3-mana 2/4 Taunt that also has the upside of being an elemental and also restores 3 health. So, and it's great because you can restore 3 health to minions as well as your heroes. So this could be really good. The issue is Elemental Shaman doesn't have that many good early game minions. So if you're playing this on turn 3, you're probably going to be restoring 3 health to your face because you're probably not going to have any minions on the board to heal. So there is that, but other than that, I think it's a good card. Like, it's a defensive card that has the elemental option, the elemental synergy. So I do think it's good. Might see some play in Elemental Shaman. Yeah, and it'll be good later in the game as well because it's Taunt and it restores health later in the game. So yeah, it's definitely a good card. Tidal Surge, 4-mana spell, deal 4 damage to a minion, restore 4 health to your hero. So this is basically like a Jade Lightning, that instead of summoning a Jade, it restores 4 health to your hero. It can't go face though. So, like, the cards you want to compare this to are like Jinyu Water Speaker and Jade Lightning. Jinyu overloads you, and summons a minion instead of, but this removes a minion. So this is basically better in a slower control style Shaman deck. It's pretty weak. Like what you're getting for the mana cost is pretty weak. But it's really nice that it doesn't have an overload. It's like a lot of removal Shaman cards, like Stormcrack, Lightning Bolt, that kind of thing, have the downside of overload. So this is a card that, in my opinion, looks terrible, but I think is slightly better than it looks. Like maybe even in like a control Shaman deck, you might even play one of this. Yeah, like remove and heal in a control Shaman deck, in a remove and heal type approach is always good. So, and I think control Shaman could be good. Control Shaman really could be good. Like they have things like Hex and Devolve, so they have ways of dealing with a lot of things that most classes can't. So I'm really excited to try some kind of control Shaman, and maybe you play one of this card in it. I'm not sure. Stone Sentinel, a 7-mana elemental. It's a 4/4 with Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, summon 2/3 elementals with Taunt. So, is this the new Dr. 7 for Shaman? I'm not sure. I don't think it's... I think it's solid, right? So what you're getting for the mana cost is very good. It's defensive too, which is nice. But there's also a 7-mana neutral elemental, Blaze Caller, which is a 7-mana 6/6 that deals 6 damage if you played an elemental last turn. Which is very good. I think that is probably better than this card. This is obviously more defensive though, whereas the other one is more of a tempo play, like play a body and remove. Whereas this is more actually, I can't remember if Blaze Callers deal 5 damage or 6 damage. I can't remember. But, yeah, Blaze Caller is more of a tempo play, and Stone Sentinel is more of a defensive play. So if you're playing a more aggressive list, the Blaze Caller is probably going to be better. If you're playing a slower list, this is probably going to be better. But it's really hard to decide between the two, because they're both very powerful for what you're getting. Maybe you even play both. Like, maybe you play 2 of one of them and 1 of the other one. 3 7 drops is quite a lot, but maybe it's fine. Yeah. Like, this gets wrecked by things like Flame Strike. Like, it's not like it's a massive taunt. It's just like, you're basically playing a Feral Spirit and a 4/4. But you're not overloaded. Yeah, this card doesn't overwhelm me as being amazing. I think it's good, but I don't think it's amazing. Okay, this card, however, Fire Plume Harbinger, 2-mana 1/1 elemental, Battlecry, reduce the cost of elementals in your hand by 1. This is a very good card. If you have like, it could basically be an Emperor. If you have a lot of... I mean, if you have no elementals in your hand, then it's going to be bad. But if you have a lot of elementals in your hand, this could essentially have an Emperor-style effect where you are reducing everything in your hand and playing it a turn earlier. So it's kind of like Ramp. So you have a lot of late-game elementals, and you can play them all a turn earlier. So this is a really great card, and I think you're definitely going to be playing this in Elemental Shaman. And this is kind of one of the reasons why I think the 3-mana is rarely going to be used to heal a minion, because you're going to be playing this on turn 2, and then you're going to, well, you want to play this on turn 2, and then you want to play a 4-mana minion on turn 3, right? Rather than a 3-mana minion. And also, yeah, this is just really weak stats is a downside to this, so it is pretty slow. But the tempo swing you'll get from reducing all the cards is so good that this is going to be very good. Primal Fin Totem. 2-mana 0/3 totem. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Murloc. I actually think this card's good. In a Murloc deck, I mean, maybe, like, strangely, I would actually say maybe not even in a Murloc deck. Like, maybe just in a like a 0/3 that summons a 1/1 every turn. Nah, probably not. But I think in Murloc Shaman this could be good. Like, say you coin out Primal Fin Totem, and then you play Flame Tongue on turn 2. That's very, very strong. And also, if your opponent doesn't deal with the Primal Fin Totem, it's just going to summon another Murloc. So this could actually be very useful for completing the quest. As the quest is summon Murlocs rather than play Murlocs. So things like calling the finishers and this totem do work to complete the quest. So actually, I think this card's decent. It's also a totem, so it reduces thing from below. But yeah, I like this card. Like, it's not an insane card or anything like that, but it's a nice card. It's a nice card. Volcano. So this is going to be great in Control Shaman. So we're losing Elemental Destruction, but we're receiving deal 15 damage randomly split among all minions. Overload 2. So you're essentially spending 7 mana to cast this, but this has the fantastic versatility of being able to kill a board full of minions or just a single minion. Like, if your opponent has Galvadon, you can play Volcano and kill them Galvadon. Yeah, I think this card is great because it's a great AoE. Like, you're going to be playing this in Control Shaman, so assuming you have nothing on the board, you can deal 15 damage to everything on your opponent's board, split along many, or if it's just a 15-15 minion. This could be 5 mana killer, 15-15 minion. But I think this is very good for Control Shaman. This is one of the reasons I think Control Shaman could definitely be good. Like, the flexibility of this is so good. Like, because a lot of the time, if you're playing... So, say you're playing the aggressive deck, and you're playing around AoE. So often, say you're against Murloc on turn 4, you're like, oh, I'll play around Hellfire and get all my minions above 3 health. Or something like that. If you're against Mage, and it's about to be their turn 7, you'll try and play around Flame Strike and get your minions above 4 health. Whereas with Volcano, it can just deal with so many varieties of stuff. You can't really play around this other than just by getting as much health on the board as you can. Like, it can kill 3 health minions, 2 health minions, 1 health minions, 15 health minions. Like, this card's great. Okay, Kalimos Primal Lord, the Shaman Legendary, 8 mana 7/7 Elemental. Battlecry, if you played an Elemental last turn, cast an Elemental Invocation. So this card is very good. The invocations are, I don't have them right here, but they are, oh, okay, test my knowledge here. Fill your board with 1/1s. 1/1 elementals, I believe. Restore 12 health to your hero, deal 6 damage to your opponent's face, or deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. So, the versatility of this is so good. You can basically use it as an Abyssal Enforcer that only hits your opponent's minions and clears your opponent's board, which is always very good. You can use it as a heal, you can use it as burn. This card is just good in every sense. Like an 8 mana 7/7 is understated, but the effect is so good and so versatile. Like, if you need to be aggressive, you flood your board. If you need to clear a board, you clear a board. If you need to heal, you heal. Like, if you need to smoke, you smoke. Like, it just has everything you could want. Like, all the options you can want. And it's not like Adapt, where you're not going to get all the options. Like, with Adapt, you only get 3 of the options. Whereas Kalimos Primal Lord, you're always going to have those 4 options. So you know exactly what you're going to be able to have every time. This is one of the best cards that's been released, I feel. And this is going to be I think this is one of the reasons to play Elemental Shaman, is literally to play this card. This card is pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers. Yeah, nice card. And that's it for my Shaman. I mean, I think Shaman's going to be... I expect Elemental Shaman to be more popular than Murloc Shaman. But who knows, Murloc Shaman could actually be good as well. Like, really, with the totem... and the new neutral Murloc. Like, Murloc Shaman is definitely going to have a much better early game than Elemental Shaman. The issue with Elemental Shaman is it's going to be slower, and they're going to have a slow start and then strong mid game. But Murloc Shaman is just go from the start, right? It's just go. It's just go aggro. It's just smoke. But also Control Shaman could potentially be really good. So I think Shaman's going to be in a really good spot where... I mean, I think Shaman has been strong for a while, but... I think Shaman is going to be very versatile, and there's going to be lots of different options. And hopefully it won't be the dominant class, and I don't think it will be, but Shaman will be in a good spot, I think. There's lots of stuff you can do with Shaman. Even if some of it is just curved stone. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed my car review. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.